We can always count on Cebu maging parang hub ng economic development. The new theory kasi ngayon is that the urbanized centers will be the hub of economic development. Good afternoon and welcome to the Cebu headquarters for the Marcos for President campaign. Maraming salamat. Thank you. Yes, meron daw kayong itatanong.
Senator, good afternoon po. May mga slate na po ba tayo? And
May mga
slate, senatorial line-up, running mate mo.
hindi pa nag-finalize dahil nag-iiwan pa kami ng ilang pwesto kasi yung mga hindi nag-file baka mag-substitute pa na isasama namin. Kaya siguro ang pinakamagandang mangyari is that what will really happen is that November 15 ma-finalize na namin kasi after November 15 maliwanag na kung sinong kandidato, sinong tutuloy, sinong hindi. Yung original kasi namin may mga linagay kami sa listahan na para sa senador. Pero yung iba hindi nag-file. Pero meron naman mukhang baka mag-substitute pa. Yun na lang ang inantay namin.
Can you name a few? Can you name a few?
Wag na muna. I don't want to preempt kasi siguro mas maganda kung sa buo na.
Okay pa.
I don't know kung buo in the sense na magkaka-12. Pero yung lahat na para next time. Para hindi naman ma-preempt yung mga iba na hanggang ngayon ay pinag-usapan pa namin.
Yung running mate mo, Senator?
Well, we'll see. Like I said during the filing, ang original na plan namin was to adopt for Vice President si President Duterte. Dahil tatakbo siya noon ng Vice pero hindi siya natuloy. So again, we are waiting for November 15. Naging very important ang November 15 sa atin because of the substitution rule.
Senator, what are your plans for Cebu and how will you win the Cebuanos? Ano pong platforms natin para sa Cebu?
Well, there are many things because Cebu has always been a center for commerce and so what we are doing is perhaps Cebu can return to its prominence as not just a second city but the former capital because we need to decentralize Metro Manila and Cebu also has the same problem. We need to decentralize Cebu City and even Cebu province is doing very well now. But I think we can always count on Cebu maging parang hub ng economic development. The new theory kasi ngayon is that the urbanized centers will be the hub of economic development. Parang eco-zone. Pero siyempre, it's not about
Sabi sa bayan mo, ayaw. Sa Ako, patay tayo dyan. Kawawa naman si Ma'am. Boss, atra ka ba? Kaya tayo.
Ay, dukli lagi. Pakit ka.
Doon. Ayaw na encourage the families also to give their picture. This was the last picture recorded also is took the flight. Plane crashed here.
On the way back.
Yes.
On the way back. Hard weather though.
It slammed against the gun. The ayan here is my consultant on all things.
Oh my God! Well, but when you're thinking of not that.
But that was when I was in Congress.
Thank you for changing our image.
Vice versa.
we're allowed to be good looking now. Thank you again.
The media is asking.
Oh, sure.
Sir, maybe we can look at it.
How would you like to do this?
Kinabit sa
Set up na yan. Alright.
Okay, pa, Dave.
Okay na kayo? Okay. Okay.
Sir, you were here sa Capitol with the governor. What was discussed?
Well, as a former governor myself, I'm always watching to see what my fellow governors are doing. And I came, one of the things that we talked about, I was congratulating her for being such a good and strong LGU leader. And her handling of the pandemic and all of the other crises that we have been facing related to that. So if you watched us talking, nakabungis-ngis kami pareho because we were going back over all of the things that had happened in Cebu and how in the end it became advantageous to the province lahat nung ginawa ni Gov. So yeah, but this is if I'm in Cebu, I always come and visit the governor. I make a courtesy call to her. It's been a long time since I last saw her, and so I'm very happy to see her again and to be able to nagchismis lang naman kami dalawa. Ano yung mga balibalita, what's going to happen and all of that.
Are you seeking endorsement, sir, from the governor?
I'm sorry?
Are you seeking endorsement from the governor?
I'm seeking endorsement for everyone, and an endorsement for Governor Gwen is going to be for a presidential candidate. This is Cebu, so it's very, very important because Cebu is very much a leader in terms of opinion generation in this part of the country. In fact, it's second only perhaps to Manila for the rest of the Philippines. So yes, it's extremely important endorsement, but that's not what we really talked about because there's still time. I know that everybody's waiting for at least November 15 when the list of candidates is final. Parang pare-pareho naman kaming lahat na kandidato at every level. Sa ngayon, ay nag-aantay lang tayo ng November 15 kasi baka may mangyari pa, mahaba pa ito. And in the last few weeks, ang daming mga development na nangyari na hindi natin inaasahan. Pero kaya lahat na nakaabang at nag-aantay at nakabantay. Baka meron pang mangyari na development between now and the 15th. So yung sa 15th, siguro medyo mas alam natin yung magiging national and kahit sa local situation. Kaya yun ang nandun pa lang tayo. So I just informed consulted with the governor about my plans of what I will do in Cebu to campaign and to organize here.
What is it for the Cebuanos, sir? For a Bongbong Marcos presidency, what's in it for the Cebuanos?
Well, because if you remember, one of the main drivers of progress in the economy here was the development of the port by my father, and I think we can continue that. Cebu is still the economic center of the Visayas, and in some areas it's actually the economic center of the Philippines. So we must continue to develop that because what I have been preoccupied with in the last few months is trying to find the way through for the Philippines through COVID, after COVID, and the recovery of the economy. So one of what the indications are is that the big urban hubs will be the center, will be the hubs of development in the future. So Cebu being so prominent will certainly be a major part of that. So we will continue to develop Cebu with infrastructure development, and of course I think Cebu is ripe. Ang mga Cebuano have this very strong entrepreneurial spirit. that we can take advantage of in making better deals with on the public-private sector, public-private sector sharing. Mga Cebuano have been doing this on an informal basis. Yung tinatawag na PPP, matagal nang ginagawa sa Cebu ito pero hindi tawag PPP, as a partnership. Pero yung gobyerno at saka yung private sector, marami ang nagagawa. This is a model that we can bring around the country, even to Manila, because right now parang nakalimutan yun. So that it is going to be important to have Cebu as part of the plan, because Cebu has always had an entrepreneurial tradition in all of the Philippines. So that development should be felt as soon as we can bring the economy back from the pandemic crisis.
Sir, reaction lang. You're number one in most of the surveys conducted. Your reaction lang.
My reaction? Well, of course, I'm pleased, and siyempre, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng mga supporter natin na nagpapahayag ng kanilang suporta, ng kanilang tiwala. And I suppose that people are looking for a different kind of politics, because I hope to espouse a different kind of politics. I call it a unifying leadership, and that is something that I think is going to be important, especially now. Unifying in the sense that we have to work together, no matter what our political color is, because the crisis in front of us is much more important than politics. It's survival of our country. And leadership, because we have to have a good plan. And I think that I am slowly coming to the point where I will be able to talk in detail about what those plans are. In my view, that we will have to do to make the economy come back and better and stronger and together. Kasi nakikita na rin natin, siguro nanonood na rin kayo sa mga news sa ibang bansa, dahan-dahan umaahon na sila. Dapat nakaposisyon tayo para sabay din tayo sa pag-ahon na yun. And that's what I'm preoccupied with, and that's what I think is how Cebu can play very important role in that redevelopment, that recalibration.
For gathering today, and also we ask the Lord to continue to bless him in his political journey, in the political trail, in the days and the months to come. We ask you this through Christ our Lord. The blessing, blessed are you, Lord, God of mercy, who through your Son gave us a marvelous example of charity, love, and service to people, and the great commandment of love for one another. Send down your blessings on Mokmo Marcos and the political party and supporters who so generously devote themselves to helping others, especially to the Filipino people, when they are called